Hello, this is Harry and welcome to another video, where today I'm going to be comparing Server.pro and Aternos. So these are both free Minecraft server hosts and they are very easy to set up, both of them, but I'm going to be comparing the advantages and disadvantages of both. So I've done a video comparing Aternos with Minehut. Aternos came out on top, so now it's going up against Server.pro. A few of you guys said in the comments that Server.pro is good, so I thought I'd give it a try. And I've come up with a list of stuff this time. I have actually prepared this video, and I'm not going to talk about bias right till the end, because last video I was very biased towards Aternos throughout the whole thing, and this video I just want to have that as my conclusion. I'm just going to talk about the facts. So most of these facts I managed to find while actually setting up the servers. However, I did have to refer to forums for some of them. So I've set up both the servers with the exact settings, pretty much same plugins. They're both on Bucket and 1.16.3, and I'll see which performs best. But anyway, let's get on with the comparisons. So with Server.pro, you get 1 GB of memory for free, but you can pay for up to 12 GB, which would be $40 a month. And with Aternos, they apparently calculate an estimate of the amount of RAM you'll need, and this is based on the player count, the plugins, the mods, and other stuff like that. So if they think that you'll need more memory, they will give you more. I don't know how true this is. I found this on a forum, I didn't find it directly from Aternos, and yeah, but that's what I found, and apparently they do that. So with Server.pro, you can choose to have your server location in Canada or France. Now this can be better depending on whereabouts in the world you are. And with Aternos, according to a forum, because I can find this on the website again, the servers are based in Germany. So that actually matters. If you are far away from one of these places, you're more likely to have a worse ping, so it'll be slower. But if you're near those places, it'll be better. So both of these allow either Java or Bedrock servers, but you can't have players from Java and players from Bedrock join into the same server, which you can do with Minehut, but it's not very good, I've heard. I haven't tried it. I probably should. But apparently it's not very good, and it's very, very laggy and broken. So I don't think it's a feature that other server hosts are going to be implementing anytime soon. So with Server.pro, for free, you can have vanilla servers, including snapshots. You can use Spigot for plugins, or Paper or Craft Bucket for plugins as well. And Server.pro cannot host servers for mods, so if you want to host a server with mods on, you have to use either Aternos or some form of paid server. Server.pro can do it if you pay for it, but not for free. So with Server.pro, currently you can choose any version of Minecraft between 1.4.7 to the latest. With Aternos, apparently you can actually join on 1.1, even though I'm pretty sure servers weren't around then, so I'll see how accurate that is. But if you go into the settings, you can actually find 1.1 is there, and that goes up to the latest as well. So with Server.pro, you get a random IP, which you cannot change. You cannot set it to anything you wish, unfortunately. It's okay if you're just playing with a couple friends, I guess, but for a public server it's really not practical. However, this IP will change every time you actually turn the server on, and I'm going to save my conclusion till the conclusion, but I don't really like that feature. So with Server.pro, you can set a custom server icon. So say you wanted a picture of my YouTube avatar for some reason, I don't know why you would, but if you did, you can do that, and it will set as a server icon on the server list. However, Aternos doesn't allow you to do this, so that is a pro on... Oh, that's a pro on Server.pro. So as I mentioned earlier, both server hosts do support plugins. However, only Aternos supports the mods. And both hosts also give you a server website page where it tells you the status of the server, how many people are online, and similar details like that. So, Server.pro limits the amount of players you can have in your server to 10, and you cannot raise that. I don't know if you can lower it, there might be a way, but you could not raise that limit to anything higher than 10. However, Aternos, in the settings, you can actually put it up to, can I say this number? Yes, 1,999,999,999. Not sure why it goes that high. I'm sure Minecraft wouldn't allow it. It wouldn't work, but you can basically have a lot of players if you want to. There's not really a limit. It would not work with that many, but you can set it to how many you like, although it may cause lag issues if you have more players. But I still like the option to have more players if you need them. So, with Server.pro, I think the biggest downside is that you have to renew the server every hour on the website, otherwise the server shuts down and you have to turn it back on, and the IP changes every time you turn it back on. So you have to get the person that owns the server to renew it on the website every hour, even if there's people on the server. Aternos, you don't have to do that, but if it is busy at the time, you may have to wait in a queue to turn your server on, and these queues can be up to a few hours if it's a really busy day and a busy time. But on their quieter times, it is not too bad, honestly. I generally don't get too much. I'm not too bothered about the queue system on Aternos, but some people really don't like that, so I may as well mention that and see how people feel. The way I've tried both servers, I did get quite a bit of lag. I'm going to try the servers out now though, and I'll let you determine how much lag that is. This part is basically dependent on where you live, what your Wi-Fi is like, and that sort of thing, because the server location is different. But I will just show you how it works on my laptop. Okay, so I don't have Optifine, I'm just playing on the actual raw version of Minecraft from the launcher. So as I said, I've tried to set up these servers as similar as possible, and I will add them to my server list as soon as I go on there, and then we can play for a little bit, and I'll just show you how laggy it is, whether there's block glitches. As I said, if the server's at peak time, it may be worse, or it may be better at quiet times. So if you are having trouble with Aternos, I know quite a few people commented on my other video, then if you wait until it's a quieter time, then you may get lucky and have much less lag. Because I've been on Aternos at times, and every block you break just appears back many times until you actually break it and it works. But you can get quite laggy. You can get quite a large amount of lag on Aternos at times, but that does differ. Also, your location in the world will change that as well. However, I haven't had as much experience with Server.pro. As I mentioned earlier, I did try it out for the video, but other than this video, I haven't used it before, so I've only been on it at one time. So I don't know if it's worse at certain times and stuff like that. It's worth mentioning I set my Server.pro server location to France rather than the other option, which would have been Canada, because France is closer to me in the UK. Okay, so I'm going to add both of these servers to my server list, then I will be back. Okay, so as you can see here, the server IP for the Server.pro server is literally a random jumble of numbers, so I'm just going to need to copy that down. However, with the Aternos one, I managed to set my own prefix, although it always has the .aternos.me suffix. Okay, so as you can see, my Aternos server is offline because I haven't actually switched it on yet. So, there you go, I'm going to do that now. Don't know if it's going to put me in a queue, but we'll find out, and I might have to come back in a bit. But it looks like it's started up immediately. because it's not quite peak time. If I did this an hour later, it could have been worse. I don't know. So while the Aternos server is loading, I'm actually going to go up onto the Server.pro server, and we can have a look at that. So I'm going to do a few basic tests. As I said, I did install World Edit, but I'm unsure whether it's actually going to work, so we shall see. I had to use a slightly different World Edit on Server.pro because I didn't have the one I was looking for. Okay, I'm going to need to opt myself in console as well. I realise, so I'm going to do that now. Okay, so I'm now server operator, so what I can do. Now let's see if, okay, it didn't look like the World Edit worked. Yeah, the plugin isn't here, but I can do some basic tests anyway. I did add a plugin, but it's not the one I normally use, and it doesn't work, so we'll see. But it looks okay in creative. Haven't any lag. Let's just fly about a bit to load in some new chunks, see how it copes with that. As I said, this is probably mainly going to be my laptop. The ping isn't great. I have 2 bars of ping. That may go up or down, I don't know. The server is new, so sometimes it does take a little while for the server to catch up, and then the ping will go back up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back into survival mode, and then we can chop down a tree. Ping is still on 2 bars. If that changes, we'll see. So I'm just going to play for a little bit. If anything happens, I will update you. Okay, so far so good. There is a little bit of lag, but it's bearable, and to be honest, I wouldn't say it's better or worse than Aternos in terms of lag right now, although Aternos does vary. As I said, on average it's probably about the same, so yeah, and it's more my laptop this test. But just compare the stats we saw earlier, and that will give you probably more of an accurate reading. So let's see if, oh actually let's fight this creeper, see how the game deals. Whoa, okay, there was a bit of a lag spike there. Don't know if the camera, don't know if that got caught on the video properly or not, but am I still on 2? No, okay, my ping has gone up to 4 bars, so that is good. As I mentioned, I'm connected to France's servers. However, when I go onto Aternos, it is apparently Germany servers. So Germany is a little further away from me. So that, in theory, the Germany servers should perform a bit worse at my location. Okay, so yeah, I've still got 4 bars ping. I think it is just settling there now. So it did go up from 2, which is brilliant. That may vary, like, as if I play around for a bit longer it might go worse, it might go better. Okay, it's gone up to 5 bars now, and it's running a bit smoother I think than it, oh, okay, I spoke too soon. Yeah, it's a little laggy, but that is mainly on my end because the ping is good. Anyway, let's go and check out the Aternos server then. Okay, so the server is online now, so we can join that and see how that is. So I've already added it down here. As you can see, I haven't changed the logo of that, but Aternos just shows you the Aternos logo every time. As you can see, I set the player count to the same to make it a bit more fair. We'll see how it compares compared to the Server.pro server. Oh. Bad start, Aternos. Don't make yourself look bad. Okay, there we go. Yeah, first time loading was a bit glitchy, but now I'm in, it's alright, I think. Okay, so as you can see, I've immediately got 5 bars ping here. I haven't connected to the server before, although I think I should be OP because No. Okay, I'll need to up myself in console as whoa. Okay, there's a lag spike there, but again, possibly my end. Okay, so I've just made myself a server operator on here as well. I would say let's go punch a tree, but I don't really see any trees on this world. Okay, there's some over here, that's fine. Actually, let's attack it. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, there is some game lag, which we didn't have on the Server.pro from when I killed that creeper. At least not this bad anyway. This is pretty laggy. Okay. So, I honestly do feel Server.pro is possibly less laggy compared to this Eternal server. However, this does seem to run smoother when I'm running around, if that makes any sense. Okay, so I'm just going to punch this tree. We can make some basic stuff. I'll play around with the chests. And that should... yeah, okay, so there's no lag there. That works fine. Just when you attack mobs there is some lag. Like that. I've now gone down to 4 bars ping as well, so the ping isn't very different between the two. Maybe Aternos ping slightly better. But honestly, I think these server hosts, they both have their pros and cons, and personally, I think Aternos is a bit better just because you don't have to renew it every hour on the website, and the IP stays constant, and you can have a custom one which is more memorable rather than a random jumble of numbers, which doesn't make any sense to anyone. But as you saw in this video, they both have their pros and cons. You don't have to wait in a queue for Server.pro, whereas you do for Aternos. But personally, my personal recommendation is Aternos. Also, it supports mods, so if you want mods, you literally don't have a choice of free server hosting, because mine didn't either. And yeah. Anyway, that is all I have in this video. If you have any questions, please do leave them in the comments. I'll do my best to try and answer everyone. If you're new to my channel, please do check it out and consider subscribing if you like what you see. I try and do lots of Minecraft videos and helpful tutorial videos like this from time to time as well. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later. Oh, also, if you have any other server hosting things you'd like me to check out that are free, please leave those in the comments and I will compare them to probably Aternos. So we'll see, and yeah, that is all I have for this video. So bye bye.